Hello, and welcome to Phantasy Star Online, episode 1 and 2 playthrough. You're probably not familiar with most Phantasy Stars, but, well, I'm going to show you what this one's like. This is my practice character. The name isn't really important to a certain degree, so for the most part you can just ignore that. This game's a bit complicated, you'll see what I mean. I've decided not to use this character for my playthrough, because this character is a warrior mage-ish character, and I've decided not to do that route. I will instead watch this cutscene first, because I forgot about it. Alright, so that basically just gives you the storyline part of the game, which really isn't important. Alright, so here we have our three classes. Basically swordsman, gunner, and mage. Gunner is by far the easiest class to play as, since you don't really get hit, since most of the enemies in this game are melee based. So if you have a gun, you just stand way the heck back and just shoot a bunch of people. Mages are definitely the hardest, since their HP is so freaking low, and they depend so much on their MP for everything they do, and once you run out, you're just done. So, I'm playing as Hunter, which, and in the description it says suitable for beginners, and for Ranger, or Gunners, it's suitable for mid-level players. I don't agree with that, but... Alright, so the character selection is pretty wide. Well, only 4, but I don't know, for a GameCube game this is pretty good. So in every class except the mage you have 2 androids. Androids can't use magic, but they have overall better stats for the most part. And there's a few other perks which they have, which I'll explain when we get there. But as of right now, I will be playing as an android, since, you know, they are like a tank class, sort of. I kinda like this helmet. Sorta looks like a samurai helmet. Now for the body. Might end up speeding this up since there's not much here. But I mean, there's tons of options you can choose. In fact, I don't really know which one I'm going to pick yet. Maybe red? Alright, you know what? I'm going to go with this one. Proportion, I don't ever change that. That's your character's height and fatness, basically. And now for name. If you ever get a chance to play this game, the name is super important. Not so much what it is, but there's like a calculator thing, and it will determine your little sign. Wow, what am I spelling? So as you can see, I put 2 spaces in there. That's important. If I didn't have those 2 spaces, I would not get the section ID of Redria, which that's the one I want. I've made the mistake of getting a bad colored sign ID thingy, and it really makes your character unusable at the higher levels, because that determines what items you find most. And oh. If you ever play this game, make sure you look up what colors do what. I'll probably have all that in the description if I remember to. Here, I'm not going to really read this. He doesn't have much to say. Basically the same thing that we saw in the cutscene. Pioneer 1 lost communications, and I gotta go find out what happened. Alright, so this is the hub world, basically. This is where you buy everything and sell. This person right here is like a bank. You know, you can deposit your items and your money. And over here, this guy will like, I don't know, during the dungeon stuff you can find like mystery items, and he'll identify what they are and what they do. This guy will sell you weapons, this person will sell you kind of items like healing and stuff, and this guy will sell like armor, which, you know, can't really afford or wear yet. So anyways, without stalling anymore, let's just get to the main element of the game, which is the dungeon crawling. Which, if you're not a fan of dungeon crawling games, you're definitely not going to like this game. Here we can pick the quest. So let's just do the first one, since it's basically the tutorial. You can just change the color of this little thing by clicking A. Zid. What a weird name. But it is a futuristic game, I think. So they're allowed to have weird names. Alright, so we talk to the android. Oops. Supposed to talk to him again. Alright, now we can go. The reason I chose this game to play through is, I haven't seen a complete one on YouTube yet, and this game's not that long, technically. You can play through it 4 times on increasingly difficult modes, but I'm probably not going to play through this game 4 times on camera. And at the beginning you saw I chose episode 1 instead of episode 2. I'm not sure if I'll do episode 2. Episode 2 is a little bit different, and I'm very unfamiliar with it. And this guy will just tell you useless advice that you don't really care about. The combat in this game is a bit weird because you don't just like spam your attack, you have to do it with like timing. So you get a 3-hit combo. And if you just like spam the A button, you're gonna screw up your combo and you're gonna not hit. Oh, I should probably explain that's a power attack. Obviously it takes a little bit longer to execute, but it shouldn't be too hard to figure out. It's just easy to do that. Oh, and during this quest, all you have to do is hit the enemy once and then back away, and he'll just finish it off for you, and you'll get the experience. Unless he hits it first and kills it. I have never gotten his weapon. I think it's like a soul something. But I think you have to have the right color ID in order to find that. Oh, and if I didn't explain, the little red thing floating above my shoulder is a mag, which is basically just a stat buffing thing. I don't want to use the word thing, but I don't really know what else to call it. And basically you can give it items, and it sort of levels up and increases your like damage and defense. And here we have a Monast, I don't know what the proper name for it is. But it just spits out flies, which you can just one hit. So, not really important. And that's rest, that's healing level 1, which since I'm an android I can't heal. Ooh, this is a saber, but it's green. Oh, and if you wouldn't interrupt me. So as you can see, it has a beast of 5%, which means it does 5% extra damage to beast-type enemies. I'm not sure what the A stands for. But anyways, right now we're in the forest, so it's all native enemies, so that doesn't really help us. Wow, that guy's kind of blocking my view. Anyways, I'm probably doing a terrible job at explaining all this, but I don't know, there's like so many things in this game to explain, I don't really know where to start. But I'm sure it'll get better once we get through, I don't know, like this first little quest and tutorial and stuff. Oh, you need to stop interrupting me. Oh, and you can see that my teammate's level 36, and he has that scythe. I can guarantee you, you will never have that scythe at level 36. Unless you play online and some higher level person gives it to you. Since this is Phantasy Star Online, you can play online. But I think the servers have probably been down for like 15 years. So that's not even an option anymore. Oh, and since this game, you know, could play online, if your power goes out, or you pull the memory card out, or anything like that happens, your file is corrupted and gone. So, if at any point during this LP, power goes out, I'm going to be super good. And again, he tells you useless information. At one point, he tells you, like, the color of the buttons on the GameCube controller correspond with like what ones you're supposed to press, depending on like what color the targeting thing is, which is complete bullcrap because you can change what buttons do what. Then like the highlighting thing will always be green. Oh, and as you can see, I didn't explain the little yellow triangle thingies. They're Meseta, which is the in-game currency. Which, I don't know, for the most part it's kind of useless. I don't buy a whole lot in this game, other than healing items, which I just need at the start. Oh, and we just gained a level, so now we're level 2. Actually, let him take care of the enemies real quick. Yes, the android has traps, which are really nice. I guess we don't have all of them yet. Okay, he just tells you to use a normal attack followed up by 2 power attacks. Which, if you use a normal attack first, it increases your accuracy for the next 2 attacks. So you kind of have to do that for the first part of the game. And here, these dumb things. I hate these enemies so much. But if you just put a trap over them and then run away, as soon as they get back up, the trap will explode. And that's when they drop an item. I'm pretty sure they're guaranteed to drop an item if you hit them while they stand back up. And we get a new frame, which is just armor. Standing a little close there. Oh yeah, colors correspond, which is wrong. Wow, did I just find a mono grinder? Yeah, that's like a really rare drop for playing on normal. I could use that to get a saber +1, but it's best to save those for when you find legendary weapons, since you don't find too many of them. It'd be best just to save them for the legendary, so you can max out those and get max power. I don't know why I said it like that, but dude, you really need to stop talking to me. Not sure how long this first part's gonna be. I have so many hours logged into this game when I was a kid. Like this game was... I don't know, this is my type of game. Ouch. It's very repetitive, which, I don't know, can be good if the repetitiveness is... or if the core game is good, then repetitive isn't bad. What? Who is it? It's a dead body. Well, it's not dead. Huh. Sounds like wolves are gonna pop out and kill us. Yep. Seriously? Did I just get another mono grinder? Wow. I really hope this keeps up. Normally those are super rare. Now you can just skip this text. Alright, well I'm thinking for later on in this game I'll show you gameplay from my high level character, which is a human gunner. So that way you can see what ultimate mode is like, and what magic is like, just for completeness sake. Actually, let me pause those freaking mono grinders. So when equipping frames, the most important part is the number of slots. But right now, since we don't have anything for the slot, it's not really that important. And anything in red is better. That wasn't obvious. Alright, so now let's just sell off the junk that we got. Saber and the armor. I want to keep that frame. I think I just sold my weapon. Any fluids we won't need. Anything that ends in mate is a HP recovery item. Mono is the lowest leveled one. Die is the second. And then Try is the best. Oh, actually, let's see if we can get a shock saber. If we can afford it. But I don't think I want any of those yet. Anyways, now we can go back here and get the money. Also, there's a ton of quests in this game, and I've never done them all because some of them are just too long and boring. Oh crap. Talk to this guy first, get the money. So, I don't know, if I get asked to do all the quests, I probably will. But I don't know, some of them are like timed and you gotta like find things in a certain amount of time. And if you're not like completely over leveled, I don't know. That's the least favorite thing about any video game is timed sections. I always completely freak out at the time limit, even if it's way more than you know what's needed. So I will do the first 3 quests though, at least the first 3.